So I really don't think that the problem with the Cybercrime Act is the amendment. I know that there was a recent amendment. It's just the interpretation. The police, working in cahoots, mostly with corrupt politicians, would always find a way, to interpret what has been published as a cybercrime. It's just semantics. So you amend it, you use, a different set of words, they come back, and it's still that you've published something that is injurious to another person, But the law is clear. When that happens, you go to court. It's clear, And I hope there'll be time to talk about SLAP as well, strategic lawsuits against public participation, But even without going to court, the cybercrime law is basically, it exists, just to hound journalists.
So I want to read the section that I always cite to base my question. Section 22 is our ground norm. This is not an act, this is the Constitution. The press, radio, television, and other agencies of the mass media shall at all times be free to uphold the fundamental objectives contained in this chapter and uphold the responsibility and accountability of the government to the people. I think where we are, if we want to be honest, I think it's too late for us to consider ourselves friends of government. The data show otherwise. Even when you're trying to hold people to account, they think you're going against them. They try to swing it, they try to spin it in one way, or they go to the extremes that you've talked about. So I'm coming from a point of, we're not on the same boat because we don't have the same agenda. So let's be clear on that. You want to steal, I want to expose your stealing for those who are thieves. So we cannot agree. So it's foolhardy to begin to think we can sit on the same boat. So my question is, how should we protect ourselves?
So first of all, we are friends with government. The government isn't friends with us. You can be friends with someone and the person isn't friends with you. So it's not a two-way problem. It's just a one-way problem. It's how they see us. So then your question is, how do we protect ourselves?
Yes. But the people don't see us as friends anyway.
Yes. So first thing is, I would advocate that all newspapers, all platforms, particularly digital platforms, the small ones, have to find a way to get a lawyer on retainership. It's important. So for stories that, you think will cause more than usual national interest, then a lawyer has to have a look and say, and then when it gets published and you get sued, there has to be a lawyer who says, yes, we'll do it. People don't talk about the threats of SLAP. The fact that in newsrooms, there are lots of editors who are scared. So what if they sue us? But what if they sue you? If your story is true, you should be able to defend yourself. So media houses, particularly the digital ones, really have to prioritize having permanent legal advice so that they are then not scared of going to court. Journalism in Nigeria today is more than writing skills, nose for news. Now it's you need that skill to keep watching over your shoulder. It's unfortunate, but you can't do journalism in Nigeria today and live the normal life. Every day you keep looking over your back, keep taking security trainings, digital security, physical security training, keep protecting yourself, keeping your addresses confidential, knowing the kind of, the circle that you keep. Was it on Twitter? Yeah, the spokesman of the police said there's nobody we cannot arrest. We just need to relate to one or two people close to you. Yeah, that's what I said.